It was a quiet Saturday morning at our lake cabin. The sun was glinting off the water, the fish were jumping, and my wife, Jenna, was preparing breakfast on the deck. Everything was peaceful, until Karen decided that her version of community rules needed enforcing. She stormed down the path from her property, waving her HOA badge like a scepter of power. "Stop right there," she shouted. "You're trespassing. You need to vacate immediately. This property belongs to the HOA." Jenna, calm as ever, turned with a smile. "Karen, this is our cabin. We own it. You might want to check your HOA records again." But Karen was undeterred. She pulled out her phone and called 911, claiming that we were illegally occupying HOA property. She added dramatic flourishes about violent resistance and refusal to comply to make it sound urgent. By the time she finished her rant, the dispatcher promised to send officers immediately. I happened to be nearby, finishing some maintenance on the dock. I saw Karen pacing and muttering, and I had a feeling this was going to be interesting. Within minutes, lights flashed down the lane. A patrol car arrived, sirens silent but lights on, and 2 officers approached. Karen ran up to them, pointing and flapping her arms. "They won't leave. They're trespassing. Do something." The officers, however, didn't even flinch. They stopped, straightened, and gave a crisp military-style salute. "Ma'am, your HOA complaint is noted, but this property is under our protection. Stand down." Karen blinked, confused. "Wait, what?" The senior officer smiled politely. "Your wife is currently under the protection of an active FBI liaison. Any further harassment could result in criminal charges for interference." Karen's face turned crimson. She stammered, I didn't know." I strolled over, leaning on the railing, arms crossed. 3 minutes, Karen. That's all it took for the truth to catch up with you. This is our property, and Jenna's authority is recognized federally. I suggest you leave before things get more complicated." She retreated, muttering under her breath, red-faced and humiliated. The officers stayed long enough to ensure no further harassment occurred, then tipped their hats and left. I turned to Jenna. "You okay?" I asked. She smiled and shook her head. "Just another Saturday at the cabin." Word of the incident spread quickly through the neighborhood. Karen's credibility took a massive hit. Everyone knew she had tried to strong-arm us with her HOA badge, only to be completely outmatched. She spent weeks trying to reclaim some authority, but the reality was clear. In our little corner of the lake, her power held exactly 0 weight. From that day forward, the cabin was peaceful again. We fished, swam, and enjoyed our weekends without fear. And every time Karen drove past, we could see her jaw tighten, a reminder that trying to intimidate the wrong people can backfire spectacularly, and in less than 3 minutes, no less.